All right, good morning and welcome back to our channel, Princess Seat. Once again, today remains the 19th of November 2025, and we have on the platform this morning Comrade Anonymous, who is out to also provide another clear path towards developing a millionaire. Could be the series, the fifth series, right on course, and we believe that it has one or two things to give to the community over time, so pay attention to him this morning in that same particular series. Thank you, Comrade Anonymous. Your time now.
Good evening, grand community. I come your way again this 18th day of November 2025. My name still remains your anonymous financial advisor. Today we are on day 5 of the Life After Disbursement series. And today we want to look at Millionaire Mentality Part 2. Remember, a few days ago we talked about the millionaire mentality, the content versus the container. Now today we want to progress that. I had to pause about the millionaire mentality to talk about safety first, because that one na first too. When didn't know about first, person when come where they are alive, na him be first too. According to my name, Ndubisi, life is the head. So today we want to look at a few things that enable you to examine yourself. Socrates said, an unexamined life is not worth living. That's Socrates. Now I want to ask you some personal questions. Ask yourself these questions. Who am I? Why am I here? How did I get here in the first place? Where am I going? Where am I coming from? How do I get to where I'm going? What means do I need to use to get to where I'm going? How long will it take me to get there? How fast or how slow do I need to go to get there at the right time? I want to portray this with a practical analogy. Remember, I love analogies. If I promise you, for instance, that if you come to, I'm in Abuja and I'm in Federal Secretariat, if I say, if you get to Abuja tomorrow by 10 a.m., I'll give you 20 million naira. Now, the questions you ask yourself will be determined by where you are. For instance, if I stay in Kubwa or Zuba or Jabi Airport Road or Nyanya or Maraba or Wuse or even Otako, your answers will be determined by where you are. For instance, if you are in Zuba and you don't have a means of transport, don't have a car of your own, you need to enter public transport. You need to determine, where do I move? What time do I move to be able to enter public transport and get there by 10? Remember, if you get there by 9:59, you have missed the 20 million naira. Now, if you are in Wuse 2 and you have your own car and you've serviced your car and you are sure that your car is okay, you can stroll. You can just drive from maybe around 9:30. You can just start going to Federal Secretariat. But if you are in Kubwa and you have your own, you don't have your own personal car, excuse me, you should be able to determine what are the means with which I'll be going there. You should be able to determine how long will it take me. You should be able to look at what are the obstacles, what are the challenges I may face on the road. You see? So, this is the same question you ask yourself. Who am I? Where am I going? How do I get there? What will it take me to get there? And all those things. So, you need to do this because somebody says, you know where you are going. You need to have a starting point. And that starting point is to discover yourself. If you don't do all these things, you need to ask all these questions, meditate on it, reflect on it on a regular basis to be able to discover yourself. Know where you are now. Know what it takes you to get to that place. In my own place, in my local parlance, they say if you don't know yourself, you will not know another person. You know? And they say in Igbo, if you don't know where the rain, at which point the rain started beating you, you will likely not know where the rain stopped. You understand? So take a look at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities and strengths. In business balance, they call it SWOT analysis. Your strengths, what have you done before? What makes you tick? What is your going point? What do you have that others don't have? What are the opportunities around in your environment? What are the threats? Look at government external threats that you may not envisage. You look at all this in SWOT analysis. That's what they call it in a business balance. What are you worth now? When the rain comes, you already know what you'll be worth. You cannot just start executing without engaging yourself in an introspective analysis. You need to determine your purpose. And for me, my first purpose, I'm a Catholic, and in Catholics, they have what they call catechism of Christian doctrine. And what does it mean? Catechism is like a book that has a lot of has questions. They need to question you. You need to answer all these things to be able for them to determine whether you are ripe, whether you are okay to receive Holy Communion, to be admitted into the Christendom, to the Catholicism. And then they have that catechism, they have series of questions like I told you. They will ask you, the first question there is, who created you? Onye Keloi. I'm using Onisha because then the first Christians, they came through Onisha, Asaba, and they ask Onye Keloi. Onye Keloi means who created you. It's like Onisha, both Onisha and Asaba language. And you say Chukwu Kelum. The next question is Makagini Kachukujikei. That is, why did God create you? That is where I'm coming to. And the answer is, God created me to know Him, to love Him, to serve Him, to do all I need to do to be able to stay with Him in the next life. You understand? So we're saying, and this is the epicenter of my being. Why did I come into this world? God created me to know Him, to love Him, to serve Him. I cannot quote Bibles. I might not quote Bibles like some people, but this is the standard. This is my own personal standard. God created me to know Him, to love Him, to serve Him, and to get ready to be with Him in the next world. So this is my number one, and this should be your number one. Even these what's it called? Even these bags. I didn't want to call billions. Even these bags, even these hundreds of meters, even this trailer that is coming. You know what I mean now? This is the number one point. God created you so that you use this money. You do all these things to be able to be with Him, to serve Him. At the end of the day, when He calls you, you be with Him in the next world. So that should be your number one focal point. So I want to advise you Start making notes of things that resonate in you, things that give you that give your life a meaning, things that give you joy. For instance, there are some businesses that you be in and you not have peace of mind. I'll give you an example. My mentor, Robo Kiyosaki, said there was a business he entered sometime. He was doing very well. He was happy. Money was coming. But at the time, he came to his senses and said, this business is giving me money. But you know what? To survive in this business, I need a lot of cheap labor. And this cheap labor involved child labor. He looked at it and said, Kai, in my heart of heart, this one does not give me joy. I had to quit. That is it. Personally, let me give you my own personal experience. All the time I've been working in a bank, each time we're going for marketing and I see a vast expanse of land that was cultivated with corn, for instance. Corn now is all green all through. Hey, I feel like, how I wish I'm the owner of this farm. All these things are things that resonate within me, things that make a meaning in my life. And of course, if you have corn plantation of vast areas of land, that is huge money. Another one is palm plantation. When we were younger, my father went and got some palm plantations, some palm seedlings. They say it is agric. How we knew before now is the old one now. Now this is agric. He said we were digging holes. It was painful to us as children now. We're digging pits, and then he'll pour compost manure, and then he will now plant the farm. But after some times, when I saw that this thing was giving us better than the normal old palms that we used to know. I say, as an elderly person now, I have known that, look, this is the best. I've started to like, for some time now, I started to like palm plantations. And look, if I have my way, yesterday I talked about buying vast land for farming. My mind is in palm plantation, and by the grace of God, I will achieve it. So that is that. What resonates in you? What do you do that gives you happiness? Okay, let me give another example. Personally, I don't like betting for any reason. Okay, so if I have any business that is betting and I'm is pinning money, honestly, I will not like it. I will not have peace of mind. Even if it's, let's say, it's legitimate. In fact, from my year one, I would have liked betting. My friend introduced me to it, but I never liked it. In fact, anytime I put even 1 naira, I will lose. So I don't have problems with that. I don't like it. And even if I'm making millions from it, I will not be happy with myself. So that is what I'm saying. We need to look at ourselves. What resonates within you? Okay, let me now give you some mentalities, millionaire mentalities. Number 1 is about money. Money is not the end. Money is a means to an end. Money is just a tool. If you cling to the idea that money is the end, that is why you die. That's why you step on toes. That's why you cheat people to be able to make money. And like I said in my book, some people have done all these things. At the end of the day, they have not seen happiness. Some people have been able to kill. Some people have killed their parents. They have killed their loved ones for money, but they are not happy. So money is just a means to an end. Money is just a tool for getting things done, getting good things done. The more money you have, that's why I look at it. The more money you have, the more good things you get done. I have a friend who, at the time, that was when I told you I was a banker for 9 years. I left, I was on my own. This man is a good man. He was a very good guy. Let me call him Jude. That's not his real name. Jude told me one day, "Nah, my brother, I don't need so much money." Hey, this thing did my head came. I told him, no, don't say that. If I reject it, he said, why? I said, Jude, I want you to have so much money. He said, why? I said, because if you have so much money, I know you. You are a good person. You do so much good. Because that I know that as a banker he was paying for many people's school fees. He was doing a lot of things. For even his sister that the husband had died, the daughter, he was sponsoring them. I said, look, guy, if you have so much money, I know you will do so much good. You understand? So money is a means to an end. Money is a tool for us to get things done. Now remember, somebody said that evil thrives when good men do nothing. In one of the books I read, the person said, the Good Samaritan. You know the Good Samaritan? I said, nobody would have remembered the Good Samaritan if he had only good intention. He also had money too. Think about it now. You remember the Bible story, the Good Samaritan who was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he saw somebody who had been beaten by bandits, by armed robbers. He was almost at the point of death. He carried the person. He carried him on his horse and took him to an inn and told him, please, treat this person. He deposited money and said, please, when I come back, if there's anything remaining, I will pay. Now imagine if he did not have money. All those priests, the Pharisees, the chief priests who saw him and passed, it could be that he did not have money. You understand? So nobody would have remembered the Good Samaritan if he did not have money, if he had only good intention. And now Margaret Thatcher said, you can achieve much with money and good intention than with good intention alone. So we are coming to that place. When you have money, which God has delivered to us, we have money and we have good intention. We can do much good in the world. You understand? So we're already far into this lecture, but I want to tell you another tip. That's mentality number 2. Set up a system. Set up a system. Use companies, use incorporations, use NGOs. Good enough, I saw somebody, I saw a V-note in one of the grant ecosystem platforms just this evening, which is what I've been advocating for. Everybody should send anything that can help us learn 1 or 2 things. And he was describing a system, an interconnectivity of people, place, and things to help you achieve a common goal. A system. And I said, set up a system. Don't just go solo. Use companies, use incorporations, use NGOs. Don't create a situation whereby people line up at your doorstep when this rain falls. Don't create a system whereby people line up at your doorstep to beg for alms or for money or for other needs. That will distract you so much. If possible, don't show your face. So try not to show your face. Set up an NGO in particular. and bring on people who can work in this NGO. Remember, you have projects to accomplish. When you set up a system, it runs whether you are there or not. For instance, I have a plan to set up a scholarship system, bring in well-meaning people who guide this thing. Anyone that meets the criteria, don't say it is not sentimental. Anyone that meets the criteria goes. You provide the money. If you have maybe your auntie whose husband is late and you want the son to benefit, refer your auntie or the son to the scholarship board, for instance. Let him go and make sure that he conforms with the standard. If he conforms, he's treated. If you want to help, you help just on a small scale to push the person. Even the person is a little bit lower than the standard, you can do that, but let it still be that person is conforming, is working with that standard. And let your auntie, for instance, know that, look, this is not you, it is company. You have heard when people say, okay, let me go and see now, let the company decide. Meanwhile, he's a person that is a company. It's not our company policy, but let me go and present it to our management. You may even be that management, but at the end of the day, if the person does not meet up, it is not you, it is the management of the company. So you don't even need, one of our admins said it sometime, don't even need to show yourself. You don't even need to show yourself. For them to say, come and say thank you. You don't try. You see, I have a culture in my village. All this while, when I buy in Christmas period, when I buy some small little bags of rice, sometimes it's not even up to a bag of rice, and I share to people. They have a culture where if you're around, they'll always be coming around to thank you. Sometimes if you do somebody so much good, he will bring many people. He will bring many people to come and say thank you. I don't like it. I always tell my mom, please, I don't need it. Sometimes if I'm at home and they come for such things, my mom knows. She will tell them he's not around. Let the thanks go to my mom, no problem. The issue is hide yourself. Hide yourself. All these things, it no be you they do them. Now the NGO, now the company they do them. Even though say now you, but it is not you doing it. You understand? So set up a system that will be arranging all these things. Don't allow everybody to come and beg you. I need this, I need that. You may not have the clarity of mind to be able to profile who qualifies and who does not qualify. But if you set up a system, pay them, but let them do the right thing. Set up a system to be able to identify who qualifies and who does not qualify. Even when you want to help somebody out of compassion, you can do that. But you still channel them to the organization. You understand? Don't carry everything on your head, though. It will lead to undue exposure. It will lead to undue distraction. So that is our training for today. Remember, you can achieve more with good intention and the gun, according to Margaret Thatcher. Now, with good intention alone. May I also say that you can achieve more with a good intention and money than with good intention alone. So this is my tip for today. Tomorrow we continue. This is going too long. Tomorrow we continue with all the things you need to do. Tomorrow I want to look at Millionaire Mentality Part 3. I want to look at what Robo Kiyosaki said about what I call cash flow quadrant. This Robo Kiyosaki, when I talk about him, he has written many books. Like I told you the other day, he wrote a personal finance book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That is the best-selling book of all times. He has written many books, cash flow quadrants. He even wrote a book with this current American President Donald Trump, Why We Want You to Be Rich. He wrote a lot of books. So I adore him. He opened up my horizon. So tomorrow we look at the mentality of somebody who is an employee, or who is a small business owner, who is a big business owner, and who is an investor. We'll look at the cash flow quadrants and we'll see how we can align. Because when this money comes, we are no longer employees. Of course, me, I will resign. We are no longer small business owners. We want to be big business owners. And we need to see how people in big businesses think. You understand? We need to follow what they have been doing. Remember, you need to just copy what a successful person has done. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You need to just copy what he has done and then situate it to Nigeria. Some of those people are abroad, though. We don't have many people who have done so much in Nigeria. But remember, the law of success is the law of success. The law of gravity, for instance, is the law of gravity. That you stay in New York and you fall out from 3-story building. You will not go up, you will still go down. The same thing with if you are in Obiago or in Agege and you fall from 3-story building. It's still the same law. Some of these laws are universal principles, they are universal laws. So that somebody is doing, you just little variations. You just need little variations, little amendments there. But some of these laws are laws. They govern they are universal laws. For instance, law of karma. There's a lot of karma anywhere. Lot of karma. There's a lot of karma everywhere. You don't say you are in Texas or you are in Australia. The law will change. The law doesn't change. So I want us to bring all these things and then we learn from it. Finally, like I keep saying, I'm not the best too. I'm still a learner too. So if you just listen to all these things, you gain one or two things out of this. How many minutes now? Almost 28 minutes. It may be just one or two things that you learn that will help you in life. If you have your own, please say it. Do a V-note. I will listen to it from beginning to the end. And by the special grace of God, I will learn something. And then it might help me. Don't say, this man says he has 17 years banking experience. What can I do that will be more than his own? No. There are 3 years experience. Might make meaning more than my own. You have 3 years experience. Might touch lives. If you tell the story, might touch lives more than my 17 years banking experience or my 9 years experience in the real world. So please, I beg to end here. I want to thank you for today, and I want to apologize for sending this V-note very late. Tomorrow I'll try and make it earlier. But the good thing is that you can store it, can archive it. I can listen to it over and over and over, no matter when it came. Thank you very much, and God bless you for listening. My name still remains your anonymous financial advisor. Thank you very much. God bless.